saving his 100 gas before. And what happens? All the two Silos actually manage to stay alive, and if they just avoid trouble, they can regenerate shields and be useful yet again. He's trying to bad use of that Baneling. The Baneling could have done a lot more, but we see a Void Ray coming out for our Protoss player. One Void Ray at the moment, but the Zerg player does notice this Void Ray. But what will he do? The Queen is not enough to deal with one Void Ray. He needs some more anti-air. How much damage will this Void Ray do? He needs to focus the Queen down, get some level 2 on the attack. But as you guys know, this is pre-patch 1.12. So they had not nerfed the Void Ray yet, so he is still very much capable of doing a lot of damage. So one drone going down, 2, 3, no, he needs to kill this drone, but he decides to go for the Queen, and then he's going to kill this Hydralisk then, but we see at least there are Hydralisk on the way, probably 6 Hydralisk on the way, and they will be able to deal with this Void Ray pretty easily as soon as they spawn. I hope Ólij does manage to get this Void Ray out of the way before they spawn, because if he is just on top of them as they spawn, he will die. But he did manage to... Nope, he did not manage to strike that. He did not manage to get his Void Ray out of the way. He was just a couple of seconds too late to get him out of the way. But as you can see, our Zerg player has Overlord here, he has an Overlord here. He has 4 Overlords surrounding the Protoss base, so he knows what's happening. But these Void Rays will deal with these Overlords, and if he kills all 4 Overlords, that's a lot of minerals as well as supply damage for the Zerg player. I think that's 400 minerals and some supply. But will he go for Roaches? We see a Twilight Council going down. Twilight Council, that probably means... because I know Ólij, he will go for the Psionic Storm, and he really enjoys using that against Zerg players. And Psionic Storm is effective against Hydralisk. It's very effective against Hydralisk. But if our Zerg player is going for Mutas, then that's going to be denied. If he knows how to magic box, then it will be denied. But if he does not know how to magic box, then he will hurdle all his mutas in one group, and then the Psionic Storm can do a lot of damage. We see the Void Ray here still passing away at the Zerg base. 2 more, there are 6 Hydralisk on the way, and they do insane damage. Look at this, they do 12 damage, and 6 of them, that's a lot of damage. They can probably take the shield down in like 7 hits or so. The Void Ray is just, if you're wondering why he's attacking this building, it's not really to kill it, it's to build up energy, build up the level 2, level 3 weapon in the Void Ray so he can do more damage. But I do actually believe that taking down the spawning pool will be a huge pick for this Void Ray if he is able to do that. Another Void Ray coming out, I really think he needs to change his tack to something else, because the Void Rays are denied from these Hydras. Hydras are so good against Void Rays, and with this Queen there's hardly no chance. But what's he doing? There are no drones on this mineral line, they are all at the natural, and I do not think that Ólij is aware of this natural. No, he is not. He does not know the natural is around, so he is just keeping the harassing up in the main base, because he thinks that he has no other base in play, and that can be pretty huge in these matches if he does not know about the natural. And just now Ólij is putting down his natural, and the Zerg player is getting mutas, just as I suspected. The Spire is here. I actually thought he would place it at a natural, but doesn't matter really, just somewhere that Ólij does not see, and the Hydras are going to guard that Spire with their life. I am pretty sure about that. And here we have a 4 gateway, and we have Psionic Storm being chrono boosted out. He needs to use his chrono boost a bit better, but still this is a decent usage of the chrono boost. He has about 2-3 chrono boost, 2 maybe, yeah, 3 chrono boosts left, but the Voidray do see the natural now. 2 gas being pumped out at the natural. Will the Hydras be able to kill one of the Voidrays? No, they will not. And combined, these Voidrays have 5 drone kills. Ólij is securing his natural with this photo cannon, and I do believe that getting a building or maybe two gateways, gateway here and gateway here, would strengthen his wall there, but not at all that crucial. He just needs a good army count. Let's look at the APM for these players while we have a bit of a slow time at the moment. So the Zerg player has 121 APM at average, and our Protoss player has about 87 average, so not that much of a difference there. Income, we see that the Zerg player is ahead because of that natural, and the natural from the Protoss player is just getting used now. It's and he's focusing on gas at the moment because he's going for those high Templars, and they do cost 150 gas, so that's pretty much pretty high cost in gas. I have no idea what this Ólij doing. I'm just I think he's afraid of the Void Race, so he's just hiding the Overlords around the base. And notices that now the game has shifted. Ólij has the map control rather than a Zerg player, and that is pretty important to have. No one here is so the Zerg player is actually controlling this Selmaga tower, so he does know if the Zerg army, the Protoss army would move out, so that's good. And now he has mutas, and these mutas are going to take good care of these Void Rays. Notice that a good micro from the Zerg player with this Mutalisk, one Mutalisk with 49 health and one with and notice that he used his queen to heal one of his mutas, so good micromanagement there from our Zerg player. And they are actually similar in income at the moment. The mutas will and need to do some damage to justify them being built, but these photo cannons are well placed, and he has a lot of, or not a lot of, he has 5 stalkers, but stalkers can't do good damage. This proxy pylon here was just to reinforce his army, so no big loss really there. I think when Protoss player built proxy pylons, they do expect perhaps to lose them, so they make an extra in their base. So the mutas are going in here to try to kill off some probes, do some damage. One probe going down, and the storm going down as well, but the storm did not actually hit for much damage, about 18 damage per muta. So 3 here stalkers. The mutas could actually have killed these stalkers, but he's going for a safe play. He's going to try to harass the natural, trying to out macro him, out income him, and just play a safe game for now. Ólij needs some cannons or needs some defense at his natural, or even trying to get his third up. This gold tier is a sneaky expansion, but usually caught somewhere in the game. So we have 29 harvesters for our Zerg player and 26 for our Protoss player, so not much difference there. Let's look at the production just to keep up what's happening. We are having flyer attacks level 1 for the mutas. The stalkers are in good location there, and they are going to deny any further attack on the natural. And these 2 photo cannons, he actually needs one more pylon to secure the power for these photo cannons, but good placement of the photo cannons. But as you notice, mutas are so insanely good at just keeping the map control, keeping the other player inside his base, and that allows you to macro up and do that. As you can see, the Zerg player is putting down his 3rd and putting down his 4th as well, because he feels safe that he can do that while he is maintaining the map control with his mutas. The mutas are so fast that I think few units can catch up, but the Phoenix can catch up to the mutas. But we have a lot of mutas in play at the moment, And what I want to say about the Zerg flyer attacks is I see a lot of players, and in a lot of replays I watched, they go for the carapace, they go for the armor instead. But will he manage to snipe this natural out? That's going to be a huge loss for a Protoss player. But he has so many High Templars. I've seldom seen so many High Templars. And will he make good use of them? Is he going to be able to storm? He needs, of course, ground beneath to be able to storm. So the mutas are in good place all around the edges here. Two Phoenixes going to try to snipe down some mutas, and with good micromanagement these Phoenixes can actually do a lot of harm to the mutas. But one being taken down there, and probably more being made. No, not more. There are not more in play. But now we have glands being produced by our Zerg player. So that's going to be interesting to see. Infestors in play. I'm not sure if that's a good unit choice to make to do, because I see them often when the Protoss players getting big units like Colossus or something like that. But the mutas are going to finish their job, and they're going to kill this natural off, and probably a lot of the probes with it. So now our Protoss player has 0 mining bases, but the Zerg player is looking so healthy. He's at 4 bases, but actually the army size and the amount of High Templars, if used correctly, can do a lot of damage to this army here. And like I said previous, the Hydras are so weak against it. And if he does not know how to magic box, as you can see, he's just keeping all his mutas in one big group, and one more Psionic Storm will kill all these mutas off. As you can see, another storm going down here, and the Zerg player only has 4 more mutas in play. But a lot of energy from this High Templars. I do not believe this. And one Infestor just got raped when he got out. But the Zerg player is actually on 3 more bases, but the third is not, and is not mining. But the gold expansion is mining, and the natural is of course mining. But this is a huge, and of course Ólij did have to do something, because the natural was taken down, and of course the mutas, he did realize the mutas were taking the map control, they were holding him inside his base, and he did need to do something. One fungal growth going down here, but they will not be able to kill these Zealots. Another storm going down, killing these Infestors, and Elvar does GG out of this game. And this was actually a very good game to cast, and I don't think I even stopped for a second talking. I really need to drink something or some. But a nice play from our Protoss player Ólij. I did actually think that he would lose this game, but he did not. He did have a larger army, and he did a good decision by moving out, because those mutas were just keeping him terrified inside his base. So he needed to do something, and he did. This is HDpolarbear signing out.